Ladies and gentlemen, live from the West Coast and Chicago, Illinois, it's Dan and Ray Love the Movies. That's right, guys. How you doing? I am Ray, and Dan is from the West Coast. This is a show about two guys who've known each other for years. We won't say how long, but it's over 10. Okay, it's over 15. It's about 25 years, right, Dan? Anyway, we love the movies. People have been telling us for years, you guys should have a show about how much you love the movies. This show is not how much we hate the movies. It's all things that we love about the movies. We're going to tell you why you should see a movie and why the parts about the movie that you would love. So the movie might not be good overall, but we're going to tell you why you should love it. Cinematography, writing, directing, maybe the gaffer guy, stuff like that. Right, Dan?
Yes. And Ray, one of the most important things is because we love the movies, we're not going to do spoilers. We're not going to ruin it for you. And since we don't get paid to do this, we don't have a horse in this race, we're going to tell you what we really think. And this week, we want to start off with two completely different kinds of films. One, a story about a hero from the past. The other, a story. So, Ray, let's start with Creed.
Yes, Creed, this great story about a young man who, well, I mean, a little bit of a spoiler, but I mean, Creed, he's the son of Apollo Creed, who basically wants to get back into boxing. And how's he going to do it? He's going to go back and talk to Rocky and find out, Rocky, will you help me? And does Rocky want to help him? Well, the trailers tell you that Rocky's got some issues about whether he wants to help him, right? Now, the beauty of this is that the director who did Fruitvale Station, a wonderful independent film, has taken this character and has nurtured him. Now, Dan, I don't know if you know about this, but this guy, this director, his dad was a huge, huge Rocky fan. His dad had some health issues, and his son has decided to take this character in honor of his dad. And the director loved the movie too, and said, I'm gonna take this and elevate it to a new generation. And he has done a marvelous job.
Yes, Ray, I couldn't agree more. He's taken that classic Rocky, but he looks at it from a little bit different perspective. Many fans who love the Rocky series don't realize that Sylvester Stallone not only wrote the original Rocky, he wrote all 6 Rocky films, directed 4 of them, and this is in effect another younger, very talented director taking his cut at these iconic characters, bringing back a very similar feel, but from a little bit different perspective. And one of the things I just love about this movie is the casting. The actor, the actress, the leads are fabulous.
Yes, and I tell you what, you've taken an iconic character, much like what they did with the Han Solo and The Force Awakens, and they've nourished him, and they've taken him for a new generation. A current generation has gone ahead and says, we're going to take it one step further, and they have given him a new spin, but have taken what you've loved about him. And then the actor, Sylvester Stallone himself, has said, we're going to go ahead and take it and nourish him myself. And I'm going to go ahead and add depth to him. And I'm going to add layers to him. And I'm going to add him to this generation, into the culture, and broaden him myself, and make him part of the American landscape that is cinema. And let's not dispute this, guys. This is something that's important to America culture.
And there's no getting away from the fact that one of the keys in the original Rocky, in fact, in the whole series, was the relationship between Rocky Balboa and his wife.
Yes.
Adrian, right? Well, Tessa Thompson and Michael B. Jordan have the chemistry that Rocky and Adrian had. We're not going to spoil it for you, folks, but you're going to love it, right? Now, we're going to come back at the end of this show. We're going to give you our is it great on a scale of 1 to 8. But before we do that, let's talk about this week's second movie.
Yes.
A much different film. And Ray, I'm going to ask you to start us off with Mad Max Fury Road.
Mad Max Fury Road has gotten a lot of fury, a lot of excitement tonight, which you might be watching this later, but right now you'll see it on HBO to go. For those of you who like to watch it, and putting the cable and all that kind of stuff. Interesting film, has gotten a lot of pub, a lot of hype, and a lot of top 10 for a lot of people. It is a film that's based on the great films in the past that you'll see with our friend, George Miller has done. But I will tell you, this film has got a lot of sharp cuts and not a lot of CGI, but it feels as if it, to me, is a mess. It feels as if you went ahead and said, hey, guys, let's go, Andy Hardy film. Let's go and make a movie. Let's jump on some cars and let's just start running around the backyard and the Sand Palace and see what's going on. It just feels discombobulated to me. Dan, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, Ray, I'm interested to hear you say that, because what struck me as amazing was the fact that I look at this as a film that is nihilism to the 100th degree. This is a film where I couldn't figure out which character I hated the most. I couldn't figure out which character I cared about the least. I understand that George Miller, the director, has worked on this film for 30 years. My advice, George, go to the movies, watch The Force Awakens. You might pick up on the reason people go to the movies. It's not to walk out and look for a vomit bag. This movie is a waste of 2 hours. For my money, I just can't tell you how little I liked it.
Yeah, it's it was very disappointing. I wanted to love it. I really did. But let's just say, if you, what can we say to love this movie? Go see it for Charlene Theron. Is that how you say her name?
Charlize Theron. And the stunts are amazing.
Yeah, go see it. Go see it for that, because we do want to say things to see it for. Go see it for that. There are things to see it for. It's beautifully shot, great cinematography. The 3D was okay. I mean, nothing special. Too late to see it in 3D. You might be able to see it in 3D on TV, but
okay. As we wrap up this week's broadcast, let's go in reverse order on a scale of 1 to 8, 8 being great. Where do you, my buddy Ray from Chicago, rate Mad Max Fury Road?
Well, much like they would do on not on Dancing with the Dancing with the Stars. I'm not sure, but I would say I'll give it a 4. Keep on trying. I mean.
Good. I agree with that. I would call it a 4. I would call it a very high number on those aspects, technical, that we talked about. But that's not what the movies are about. The movies are about the overall experience. So we're going to come together on this one. We both give it a 4. And by the way, folks, Ray and I never talk about a movie until we get on our little podcast, because we don't want to pollute each other's point of view. So now let's come back to this week's first film, Creed. What do you think, buddy?
Creed, I give it a 7. It is a pure joy. I love it. To me, it was a 7. It was just so much fun.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. There wasn't a single thing about it that I didn't like. I thought the casting was great. The direction felt wonderful. The film felt fresh. It was wonderful. A 7 for me too, Ray.
I have to add one more thing, though, because they avoid using a lot of the Rocky music in this film, except there is one point they use it in. No spoiler alert. It does pop up, and you will be so thrilled when you hear it. You'll be so excited that it'll make the movie for you.
And I want to say that, we made reference to The Force Awakens. It's been a huge triumph in the theaters, but we also both feel that Creed, much like The Force Awakens, returns to familiar material, but makes it fresh, new, exciting.
Yes.
Doesn't it all feel like a retread? It feels like a great story that stands on its own, wonderfully acted, beautifully filmed. And Ray, it's been great seeing you again this week. What's coming up next week? Well, we don't know.
We don't know,
but we know we'll love it.
We know we're going to love the movies. We want you to love the movies. Please continue to embrace the movies. Go to the movies. I'm going to leave you with my thought for the day. My thought for the day is I talked to a gentleman who runs a movie theater by me, and I said, "Good luck to you on the Star Wars movie. It's going to be crazy." And he said, "That's why I joined this theater. I wanted to become a movie theater guy because I saw the original Star Wars movie." I said, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah, that's why I wanted to get into movies." So you never know how movies are going to affect someone's life. So continue to love the movies. Thank you for proudly joining Dan and Ray. Love the movies.
We love the movies.
Loving the movies.
We'll see you next week.
See you next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Dan. Love you, buddy.
Take care, buddy. Love you.
Love you. Bye.